What is going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. I know you've seen this particular Nitro before, but you know what? One time for a sickening vintage like this, it truly just is not enough. And that is why I have it back on the NitroGang table. And I know you're looking at that engine, and it is good looking. It is clean. It's got oiled internals with a brass connecting rod. Well, bros, let me get into this. We will chop it up, as they say, and I will assemble this engine back together. And maybe, depending how I feel, we will see if it's a runner. But that's a big, fat grocery store inflation if. Let me say hello to the people here in the stream. We got Chef Beardsley. Happy to see you, bro. I was on his stream today in the morning. If you guys wake up nice and early, make some pancakes, go to Chef Beardsley's channel. He will keep you entertained. Native Nitro, how you doing, man? We got Wonder Bread, Picker RC, John. Happy to see you guys here. RC Show Off, David, Vidari. All right, guys, so let me get down to explaining for those of you that might have showed up yesterday, and it wasn't that many people, but you know what? I don't do it for the numbers. I do it for the nitros. Well, the nitro numbers, so to say. You guys might remember this engine was what some people call filthy. Me, I call filthy as well. Right? So let's be real. It was filthy. Texas Hill, what's going on, man? Happy to see you here again. Hope you are nice and, well, not too hot over in Texas. The weather actually had a chance to cool down here in the east coast of the USA, part of the original, Union states, as they say. Remember the Union and the Confederacy? Those were dark times for this country. I am glad we are all united and part of the United States of America. Could I get a hell yeah for that? We got Lucas Stolkup. How you doing, my dude? I'm glad you were checking out some Nitro Pimp videos. He definitely has a beautiful collection. And he's a person that appreciates history and appreciates these things for what they are. He doesn't go out there and tries to kill them. And that deserves a hell yeah. We got ourselves my buddy John Hensley, Satan's Rage. Dan Davidson is here with us. All right, guys. So, let me give you a little catch up on this. This is a Super Nitro. I, had this on the table yesterday. We took it all apart. It was real disgusting, real dirty. And in fact, I have still a little bit of work to do on the suspension. Yesterday I asked you all a question. Do you want me to work on the engine or do you want me to work on the incorrect wheelbase? For those of you that probably didn't notice yesterday, let me just highlight this one more time. I got this particular model with the wheelbase set to two different positions. So Super Nitros could have either 280 millimeters or 300. Notice the rear wheel here on the engine side where the exhaust normally is. It is behind the other wheel. So this is the 280 wheelbase. This is the 300 wheelbase. Nitro Pimp is here with us. I am glad, bro. We just had some viewers talking in the chat here how they were enjoying your videos. And that made my back pain hurt maybe 2% less. And for that, I am grateful. Because you know why? Pills made my back pain hurt 1% less. That means your efficacy has surpassed the advantage of pill popping. And to that, I say hell yeah as well. Anyway, one of my old viewers reached out to me, guys, yesterday when I was talking about that disc brake right there. He told me this is a Robinson Racing disc brake. Looks real freaking dope, if I must say so myself. These brake setups, usually on the Super Nitro and even the RS4, personally, I have never had a problem. But if somebody wants to go and upgrade to a RRP, which is Robinson Racing, I'm saying let's do that. Philip Bender, how you doing, my dude? Good question on that one regarding today's video on the Yokomo GT4 scammer, bros. So unfortunately, I did actually have an update. For some reason, I uploaded the incorrect draft version of that video. So when I do my videos, I was going to do a little in-depth demo on how I do them. Keep in mind, I'm not an expert. I'm not an editor. I'm not a producer. I'm a guy that wants to share my RC fun and love for this hobby with the world, right? Before streams existed, you only had videos. Today, the world is changing. People no longer know how to cook eggs and order sandwiches on Uber Eats and pay more for delivery fees than the sandwich. Okay? Hybrid over here is spitting the truth, my dudes. The truth. No one's gonna say stuff like this without mumbling like I am. Anyway, I do want to say I'm not an editor. I get the job done. I present the product in whatever light that is truthful, accurate, and realistic, right? I'm not going for jumping houses. I'm not going for lies. I'm going for reality. And maybe that will be my downfall, because Mr. Beast over here is going for ugly smiles in all his thumbnails. It appears ugly smiles and thumbnails gets the job done. But for me, I will not resort to such, well, I don't even know the correct word. Lotus RC, how you doing, bro? Happy to see you here. Jim, happy to see you here, bro. Happy Saturday to you as well. Native Nitro goes, I've got to get me an HPI on-road. I enjoyed the RTR3 Evo from Nitro Pimp's channel. Yes, bro. The regular RS4 I call them the RS4 So there's multiple names for these chassis, guys. The RS4 and the 2 would have belts. The Super would be the longer one. But, the 3 would be the shaft drive. So try to refer to them as like the RS4 so I know what you guys are talking about. Ray Coral, thank you once again for that super chat to the channel. I already know what I'm going to spend it on, actually. Probably overpriced engine mounts for this chassis, most likely. But we will find out. I just want to show you guys a little update on this for those of you just joining. Let me put the high visibility light on. Look at that light. Oh, great news there from our boat VP, Lotus RC. This weekend he was dealing with a sickening car because he drives a Hyundai Genesis, the turbo baby, but also a boat, okay? Boat. He repinched himself a Traxxas Nitro V Pro 15 engine. Now that takes high-level skills right there. Oh, we got our good buddy Corey here in the chat. Happy to see you here, man. Thank you once again for being a channel member and a positive bro overall. Everybody say hello to Corey. Say hello to yourselves and, to me. Don't mind me. I got to keep talking because, people rewatch these things and I got to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? But I do truly enjoy the discourse, so don't feel like I'm not talking to you too long. That's not the reason. But, I got other things going on. We got RPM here in the chat. What's going on? Melissa's downstairs watching a show. There's probably somebody that looks like some dancing fool. I don't know. Who here is a dancing fool? That guy from 21 Jump Street, right? What's his name? The 21 Jump Street guy. I call him the dancing fool. You guys agree with me on that one? She's probably watching someone with a dancing fool on them. I don't know. I can't tell. But 15FE is assembled. These engines, in case you were wondering, they are made in Japan. Not very high, RPM. They're ABN engines. That's right, John Hensey with a Van Dam. Don't get her started with the Van. The other day, Melissa told me. She said, hey, Dimitri, man. Well, she don't use my name and she calls me that, but you know what I'm saying. For us, I gotta use my name. She goes, I wish Van Damme made more movies. She said that. Sickening. Okay. Yeah, we're out of Van Damme, right, Coral? Unfortunately, she don't like Van Damme after Universal Soldier. Universal Soldier with Dolph Lundgren over there. Let's face it, they could have made him stronger. I feel like he got his butt kicked too many times by that guy. That was brutal. That really was the end. That was the end of Van Damme over there. Anyway, let's get down to business. So I've assembled the engine partially just because I don't want to get too messy with it. So I did install a new exhaust gasket. You guys could see right there. These are THS gaskets. Quite good. I'm marking Nugent. What's going on? And clean the inside. I oiled it up a little bit. As I spin it over, you know, compression-wise, I would say Elvis and compression have left the building. The building has been destroyed by a nuclear bomb at this point. Okay? They dropped... What was that bomb's name that they dropped? It's an unfortunate event in history. Wish it never happened. Wish it never came to that, but it did. Big Boy, right? The bomb was called Big Boy. It was called Big Boy, bro. Big Boy. Let me look at a couple of your comments, guys, and we're going to get to assembling this, I promise. This is all clean. By the way, I was able to save the paper gasket. James, what's going on? Michael, thank you for that correct bomb name. It was called Tsar. That was another bomb. I think that was another nuclear. Well, that was an H-bomb, wasn't it? I watch a lot of educational TV, as you guys can probably tell. You know, I try to raise my IQ, although I think it's probably not possible. But, you know enough facts. You raise that IQ a little bit, baby, a little bit. We got Blank here asking a question in the chat. I'm going to read this question. He goes, can you point me in the direction of a nice, preferably RTR Nitro Rally car? Blank, I got the perfect solution for you, my bro. Do you mean brand new, and do you want nitro or electric? Because I'm about to show you something that's on a massive sale today that I have already ordered. That's right. I couldn't wait. Oh, Corey eating watermelon. Ah, delicious. I'm going to get Melissa to cut me some watermelon right now, bro. Melissa, can you cut me some watermelon? We got to honor our viewers. James Duranto, bro, happy to see you back. It's been a long time. Thank you for that super chat to the channel, man. Sandy, he's resting right now. He might come visit in a little bit. But we're going to get a little watermelon going down in a little bit. Let me just work on this and talk a little bit about rally stuff. Northeast Mods, what's up, bro? I'm going to try this engine. We'll know if I need the small block engine mounts in a little bit. I actually am considering making my own. So Blank goes, yes, new and either nitro or electric. Blank, bro. I don't want you to, like, kiss me or anything. But you're gonna love me after what I show you in a couple of minutes. But like, don't kiss me or nothing. I'm married, okay? But you know, you understand. Like, we could still have admiration for each other as people. Oh, we got Oscar Aquendo, bro. Long time no see. Good suggestion on that rally. So considering Blank over here wants an electric, and I told him not to kiss me, you know, I'm gonna show you a perfect car right now. In fact, I was going to do it earlier. I put a link in the chat today. So let me just do a little zoom in on the screen, and I'm going to show you guys. I actually already ordered it today. So just so you know, thank you for that super chat from James Duranto. Once again, I'm going to show you right now on the stream. I put a link. It's literally the first link. Senna Rally huge sale now. Just so you know, I actually ordered it myself today. So I'm going to click it. If you're going to get like a rally car, this is the time to get it. And my buddy Ben over here also ordered one up. So the reason you should get this is because, first of all, you want a rally. This is legit on a sickening sale right now. All right? $2.99. There's also a small coupon code you could use. What's up, Nitro JB? I highly recommend that this is what you get, bro. Please, if you can, if you love me, even like 2%, you know, you don't have to love me, but you understand, like, if you want to shake my hand, that's all good and shit. I wiped it, trust me. Please click the link in the description. I'll get like a small commission. That's all I ask for. So I watched a couple of videos. Let me do a little click on this, right? We'll take a look at the Senna. It's literally on sale today. We don't know how long it's going to be on sale. This is an 8th scale, by the way. 8th scale. Sickening wing. Take a look at this chassis. So I did some research on the chassis. They're using a 100 amp max 90. What are they called? Max 10. Yeah, the Max 10 ESC, which is 3S rated. On 3S, I've watched a couple of videos. They will hit close to 50. One guy I watched got 48. For me, that's perfect. Rally style wheels, Dean's plug, which is what I really like. I'm telling you guys, get this. And please use my link if you don't hate me at all. Aluminum shock towers in the front, giant foam bumper. So your other option for rally would be the WR8, right? But that would be double the price. Ofna guy, happy to see you here, man. A long-time channel viewer and the VP of Ofna, baby. So this is the Senna Rally. Highly recommended because it's on a massive sale today. James Duranto, this is the Senna. I don't know, they call it the Senna Puma Rally. It's based on the Fiesta, obviously. So it is a licensed car. But if you can, please, like I said, use my link in the description. Let me go 1 second. Let me just check. For those of you just stopping by, this is the link right there. It's the very, very first link. You click it. It says Senna Rally huge sale. Right there. Click that SOB. Log in. Buy it because it's on a massive freaking sale right now. I already have it on order, in fact, so you're gonna see it on this channel. I am not trolling you. It's a pretty dope car. Your other option would be, let's go to kits. We'll go to Nitro. You know, there is the Nitro WR8s, of course, but you know they're gonna be substantially much more money. If you just want something rally to chill with, that will be the option to go with, right? In fact, I looked at the dimensions of them. They're exactly the same size. They're about 21 inches as the HPI models. They make these in a Flux version too. But for the money, I would really go with a Senna right now, only because it's on the massive fat sale. So if you can, do me that solid, bro. I appreciate it. All right, let's go back to the Super Nitro. And I'll entertain Big Boys Toys. How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. If you guys don't know, Big Boys Toys did a sickening video with a Baja. So I highly recommend you get that particular model. It's on sale. I already ordered it. All right, so let's go back to this. I'm going to zoom out of my own screen here. Couldn't see what you guys were saying. All right. I'm going to tell you something, bros. Rally is back. And in terms of the Nitro, Corey, bro, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Corey, do you get A-Main in Canada? I'm not sure if you do or you don't, to be honest with you. I think they're only really, well, they do ship worldwide, I think. But here in America, it's free shipping. I don't know, you know, in Canada, it's different. I'm sure you guys have various other supply for hobby sites. Let me see. We got a question here from Ray Coral. He goes, yo, hybrid. Is the Kyosho Nitro USA 1 a 3-speed? Yes, it's a 3-speed, baby. So the USA 1 is sold out. I don't know where you're going to get one right now, to be honest with you. But yes, the USA 1 is a 3-speed. It's based on the old Mad Force design. But the bad thing is they're plastic gears, okay? I'm going to be honest with you, they're plastic gears. But most of the time, you're not going to strip them. James Duranto here goes, twin pipe, man. So yes, I'm going to remove this a little bit. For those of you that might have not seen, you know, I'm sure most people know. This is a CVEC pipe. One of the bad thing is actually these stingers are screwed in. And you got to really tighten that really hardcore. These stingers tend to pop out half the time. All right, I tried to show you the inside of this pipe, but I'm not able to unscrew it. Let me see if I could unscrew it right now. But last time I tried, I couldn't unscrew it. Nah, I can't do it too much. I'm gonna pull my back or whatever, like while sitting, so I can't unscrew it. When you open it up, there's actually a unique interior shape that you can control. Yeah, good point there from Ray Coral. So yeah, those I think if you're referring to that Senna, they were like close to the $500 range when they came out. All right. So the main thing with these pipes, the reason they're popular is they have an adjustable cone inside that you can move in and out. Basically, the effect would be you could either tune it for, you know, a higher RPM power band or a lower, I guess, a higher torque power band. Bay, what's up there? Boosted RC, happy to see you here, bro. Just discussing CVEC pipes. Actually, one of my channel members, viewers, the other day did a little research, and they said that if you put in tuned pipe tech, pictures of me come up on Google. Sickening. So Blank, let me answer this question right here from Blank. He goes, just curious, has anybody owned the HPI WRX 1/8 scale? So you're referring to the WRX. So that's the one I showed. I have it. It's a really, really good chassis. But it's essentially the same size as that Sen. And they're double the price right now. And they actually have, if you get the Flux version, which is the electric model, the electronics are actually weaker than the Sen, right? The Sen is a proper 8 scale. The WR8 is actually not an 8 scale. I have it, but I would show it to you, but I have it in the basement. I can't walk on the stairs too well right now. My back pain is killing me, bro. Got a sciatic nerve issue, okay? Sciatic nerve issue. Probably going to become half disabled in my right leg. Well, let's hope not. All right, let's get down into it, my dudes. But I'm telling you, get that particular Sen while you can. With, my link, that would be appreciated. Because, well, they're probably going to be sold out soon. Yeah, Blank, I know you're talking about the WRX. That's the WRX is just the body. The chassis name is the WR8. Only RC, what's up, bro? So those are not really 8-scale chassis. They're pretty narrow. They're built kind of on the Bullet platform, which is an older style HPI truck. Plus, I find them to be a little overpriced at this point. When those cars came out, they were $499. Now they're $600. I mean, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. Right? I would really implore, and I would say, I would even use an SAT word like implore you to get the Sen right now. You could always, get the HPI when they go on sale. Like right now is the time to buy what's on sale, and that's the Sen. Later on is the time to buy what's on sale later on. You know what I'm saying? My motto has always been, get more RCs, pay less per RC. That's it. It's pretty freaking straightforward, bro. Okay, let us continue. You guys know I'm mostly a Nitro channel, obviously, Corey, that's true. But listen, when the deal is there, bro, the deal is there. Yeah. All right, let us continue. So I'm going to start assembling the engine back. We'll put the engine back into the chassis. That's basically it. I've already pre-assembled most of it just for ease of use. Thank you for that. James Durant, who goes, get more RCs, pay more per RC. Sickening. You're making me go against my own logic, man. You're making me go against my own logic. That's the reverse of my logic, but I guess I'll have to. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that super chat, of course. He goes, get more RCs, pay more per RCs. Total opposite of what I said, but I mean, listen, you get better RCs that way. What can I tell you? That is true. I'm going to ask Melissa to bring me some watermelon over here. Melissa, what? Watermelon, please. No, I'm not gonna cut it. I'll cut it. Bring the watermelon. Bring the knife. No. All right, let's get down to business. So, one of the most horrible things on these old engines is these gaskets. Luckily, I cleaned fairly well over this particular gasket, and it seems to still be in a good, well, as they say in the UK, nick. Quite good nick. Melissa told me she's not carrying the watermelon. So I'm going to be hungry here today, my dudes. Sickening. All right. The one defect I noticed, she actually has carpal tunnel in her wrist. We went to the urgent care the other day. They diagnosed her with carpal tunnel. She has pretty severe swelling in this portion of the wrist. So we're going to have to go to, I guess, a hand doctor, I don't know, or an osteo something. We're basically going to have to get an MRI. So that's why she'd be complaining right now. All right, let me put a little oil in there. We'll button it up and assemble it. All right, so otherwise, the engine looks pretty good condition. It's always, I oiled it up on assembly. but it's good to do a little bit more on basically that brass bushing is a good idea. Good point there from Jerry McCartney. He goes, glad we have O-rings on engines now instead of those paper gaskets. Bro, you are 100% right on that one. Okay, otherwise this engine looks pretty dope, right? I don't know, guys. I might have to go get watermelon. I'm feeling parched over here right now. All right, let's assemble this back in. It's clean. All right, it's in there. I'm going to assemble this, and we'll check it once I assemble it. I'm trying to do this pretty neatly and not to vibrate the camera setup I'm using. I'm fully aware, like, you know, when I'm moving, it vibrates the screen a lot. Only vibrations I like are in massage chair, and the other ones I can't disclose. But for real, bros, like I said, get that Sen while it's on sale right now. Yeah, 3-in-1 oil is, I would say, ideal for engine repairs like this. It burns up well. I've never had any issue with the 3-in-1 oil. You know, some people use like ATF oil or Marvel Mystery Oil, which is basically just a mineral oil. They're all basically mineral oils. Let me move this. Okay, it moves. Now I'm going to tighten it real good. Let me tighten this real good. But cost-wise, I've found the 3-in-1 oil to be the most competitive. By the way, guys, just want to once again announce the VP of the high RPM division, Big Boys Toys, recently picked up a Baja. I am real excited for him. Fired it up, no problem. All right, so let me spin this over. We have BMR. What's going on, bro? Happy to see you here. I was first looking at this clutch bell, at the clutch shoes. These appear to be buggy clutch shoes. Am I mistaken on that? They appear not to be the correct RS4 clutch shoes, but as long as it doesn't, you know, hit the clutch bell, it's fine. James Duranto says, if hybrid says 3-in-1 is best, 3-in-1 is best. Well, I mean, bro, you know, I'm not Oprah over here, but, you know, not giving away free cars or nothing, but, you know, 3-in-1 is best. I'm going to tell you right now. The reason is the consistency, the thickness, the cost, and the availability at any Walmart. So it really has a lot of things going for it. For a short time there, you know, I was using like Marvel Mystery Oil, but the thing is, they come in giant containers. It's not very user friendly. The 3-in-1, this is like $3 or $4. It'll freaking last you forever, and it works good. It works good. All right, let me spin this over. All right, so it's not the best compression. I mean, normally when you put in a bunch of oil, you should feel a lot more than this. But who knows? As it runs, these old engines, they use a lot of oil. It might get a little better. All right, let's continue. I'm going to install the pull starter now. By the way, I did notice this hole right there on the top. It appears the screw has, well, destroyed it. But whatever, it's okay. Pull starter is normal condition, not the original one. Let's assemble this. Check it out. The reason I mentioned that it's not original, anybody want to tell me why it matters? It matters because the profile and the thickness sometimes on anything that is not original is a little wider. So what winds up happening is the screws, you generally have to leave them a little bit loose. Maybe like half a turn loose. If you turn them on all the way, you're going to have extreme binding. And we don't want extreme binding. This ain't the Oprah Winfrey show over here. This ain't Jenny Craig. All right, let me leave it like that. Let's just test it. I'm going to pull it. All right, it's fine. It retracts. All right, so the spring is normal. It seems normal. Well, let me just check a few things, and we're going to assemble the rest of it, bros. I want to say once again, thank you guys for chilling. And like I said, I'm telling you, get that Sen. Okay, in terms of the clutch bell, let me lower the view a little bit. We'll look at this particular view. We're going to get down and real personal with the engine. All right, guys? Real personal. All right, James, man, I'll see you later. Thanks so much today for your awesome support and telling me to buy more expensive nitros. I will consider that. Melissa will likely say, get out of here, bro. Okay? She will say, do you know how much our copay is for the urgent care? $60. Ripped us off, bro. Ripped us off at the urgent care. Yeah, so we went to the urgent care the other day because basically, let me tell you the story. I called them up. I'm like, you guys have an x-ray? They're like, yeah, we got an x-ray. We show up like a couple hours later. Turns out the x-ray tech wasn't there. They left. So we wound up going for nothing. They're not qualified to diagnose, like carpal tunnel like that. So you basically have to go to another specialist. I wasted a $60 copay on that one. Wes Hobbies, how you doing, man? He goes, what does WD stand for in WD-40? Wes Hobbies, I will tell you without... Lotus, why'd you say it? It's water displacement attempt number 40. Okay, I knew that. I've watched the show on it before. But good comment over here. Tarek, how you doing, bro? You didn't miss nothing. I basically just put this engine back together. We looked at the inside. It was clean. Monty, Kriska, how you doing? Happy to see you here. All right. So I'm just assembling the engine back in. I'm talking about right now, well, the clutch bell setup type of stuff. So, as of now, I don't have any of these other small bearings. If you guys notice in the front over here, there in fact is one bearing. So if you ever work on these models, it's in your best interest to get those bearings. I don't have any right now, so we're just going to have to use the stock needle, or sometimes called the roller bearing. There we go. Hopefully it'll be fine. Here we go. All right. So these aren't really good. They basically cause the clutch belt to wobble. Andy Barnett, happy to see you here, man. Tarek, I was just also telling people about that Sen. Give me a minute. I'm going to assemble this, and I'll show you guys that Sen again for the people that missed it, because I ordered one up just before, actually. So let's get the clutch belt back in. All right, it spins fine. Looks okay. Oh, bushing fell out. Yeah, that needs to be a bearing in the front, but I don't have any more of those bearings. I got to order some up. So let's assemble the whole system in the front. We'll get it back in the chassis. Depending how my back feels, guys, I don't know if I can go outside, to be honest with you. I'll try, but, I'll see how it is. I'm not really trying to strain my back too much. I can't really go anywhere right now. That's why I'm basically doing this in my spare room. All right, so let's tighten this up. Yeah, it's tight. It's tight. Let me spin this. We'll do the spin test, baby. Oh, yeah. I think Hybrid over here fixed the clutch bell. Real sickening fix job. Compared to how it was yesterday, this is a miracle. It's honestly a miracle compared to how it was yesterday. All right, so what do you guys say? You want me to stick it in the chassis now? Or, once again, take a look at that Sen. I did order it, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm just telling you to buy crap without me buying it. I bought it. You're going to see it here soon. I guarantee you next week on Friday, I'm going to have it on the couch in the back over there. It's going to be next to that Megatech. All right, it's going to be right there on the couch, baby. What's up, Rusty RC, man? Happy to see you here. All right, yeah, Nitro Pimp goes work on the suspension. That's a great idea. I'm glad you reminded me on the suspension, actually, because suspension is real toast in the back, bro. All right, so let me switch this up. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be real quick. So the engine is okay for now. Let's get down to suspension business. As you could see, it is completely crooked. Beer bar goes, I am running out of room for nitros. No, bro, I have room under the table. Come on. I got room. There's nothing in that box. I can get rid of that box. Although I like it. I mean, honestly, I have plenty of room. The ceiling, I got the ceiling. I can hang shit on the ceiling, right? Not right now because my back hurts, but eventually I could, no problem. All right, so I'm going to work on this right now real quick, guys. Forgot what I got to do. I need a wheel wrench. Okay. Let's get to it. Yeah, exactly. If I find a freezer chest, do you understand how many RCs I could pile up in the freezer? A ton. More than Dexter Morgan piled up, you understand, slides. More than the ice truck killer. All right, so I'm going to start removing basically the suspension components at this point. Not sure what you mean by that, Native Nitro. Am I bringing engine side up or drive side back? I am not sure what you mean by that, actually. But if you wanna tell me, I'll take a look. All right, so let me start doing this. You basically gotta remove the suspension arms at this point. Pretty easy. So right now what I'm doing is I'm flipping this side back to 300 millimeters. Eric and Matthew, man, how you doing, bro? Man, some more Wolfpack parts would be highly useful, especially small block engine mounts for the Super Nitro, bro. Guys, we got a celebrity in the chat right now, and his name is not hybrid, okay? Even though if I typed in the chat right now, it'd be in the chat, but I am not a celebrity. Don't refer to me as that. I'm just a bro, okay? Eric and Matthew right here, his dad was single-handedly responsible for, let me see if I can find it, Wolfpack racing upgrades for literally a bunch of RCs. I'm trying to find them right now. Hold on a second. Let me show you some upgrades. Hold on. Let's see if I can find them myself, really. Somebody do a 20-second countdown. I'll show you. All right, so far I can't find them, but I'm looking. So if you want some of the ultimate high-level parts to go 100, that's what you need. You need the Wolfpack parts. Let me see where they are. Can't seem to find them in this magazine for some reason. Oh, here we go, baby. My dudes, we're in luck. Are you ready to see Wolfpack? Can I get a holla if you hear me? Wolfpack, you remember that reference? Holla if you hear me? That's from the NWO. Wolfpack. Here we go. So these are, I would say, arguably the most famous upgrade parts for a lot of models. Super Nitro, they had Serpents. These right here is what you want. These are the Wolfpack small block engine mounts for a pull start and non-pull start. So pull start is just a little bit taller, non-pull start is a little narrower. These are the optional engine mounts you need. Check out this goodness right here. So Eric and Matthew's father was essentially the creator of this brand, right? Serpent Impulse chassis, beautiful anodized aluminum parts. I have this shock tower. You see that Wolfpack? Wolfpack gang. Awesome, bro. Eric and Matthew, we will get in touch. You got my email. All right, let's continue, everybody. Just so everybody knows, those are historically significant parts. That was just a small little listing. Actually, you know, Wolfpack used to have 2 to 3 pages in the old RC magazines. Very phenomenal. Their shock towers and their Y chassis brace over here, and their center chassis brace is hardcore stuff. Hardcore stuff. Well, I gotta stop talking and gotta start working. Okay, next up, we're gonna remove the shock. Whoa. All right, so basically, in order to flip the geometry, right, the chassis length, you gotta swap the shock from the front to the back. Pretty sickening. Honestly, the design for, you know, like a late 90s chassis is impressive. It's even hard to take the screw out. It's so impressive. All right, I'm going to do that later. Let's remove the suspension part. The hinge pins. I'm removing the upper hinge. Well, it's not really a hinge pin. It's a screw. But you get the point. All right, here we go. So all you got to do is flip it. Just flip it. Wasn't there a popular 90s song that I guess it was basically just saying, just flip it good. That was a song, right? I think it was a song. Something about you gotta flip it. Gotta flip it good. Okay, we're gonna flip the bottom one now. And we gotta flip this. Oh, whip it. Damn, I got the wrong name. The wrong word, bro. Nitro Pimp with the correction and David with the correction was whip it. Sickening. I said the wrong one. Whip it, Ray Coral. That. Oh, my goodness. Flip it. Yo, hybrid over here. All right, so let me remove this. That was embarrassing. Where do I come up with that crap, bro? Where do I come up with that? Robin, thank you for that. Where do I come up with that? Oh, flip it. Although in an alternate dimension, it sounds like it could be reasonable, though. I think. All right, we also got to flip this. This is the A arm, so we got to flip it. Make sure I don't say the wrong word again, guys. Okay, that was embarrassing. All right. Honestly, for such an old kit, the plastic components are impressive. Whip it. And I said flip it. Where did I get that from? Sickening. I bet if I had some watermelon, I'd probably get it correct. Melissa over there watching her dancing boys. Let me tell you something. Being a good dancer doesn't translate into what you think it translates into, okay? Look at Ricky Martin. Well, not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay? Rusty RC Customs, the pins move okay. I wouldn't say that they're horrible. The plastic's probably just swelled a little bit over time, so it's a little bit of friction, but it should be fine. All right, let's whip it good. Sickening. All right, got the bottom one in. Got this in. I'm going to connect this in a little bit. We'll get dog bone in. Another great upgrade for these at the time would have been CVDs. MIP shiny CVDs. That was boss level stuff, bro. What's up there, HPI Savage Man? How you been, bro? I'm just working on this Super Nitro right here. I had the suspension in the wrong setting. So some could be 300 millimeters, some could be 280. I had one that was in both. The real matrix of RC was going on today here. It was the matrix of suspension settings. All right. Now we got to get the shock back in. We just remember where it goes. Okay, I got it. Shock is this mount over there. I'm just going to get it right there. Sickening. By the way, the shocks are good. I tested them before. They don't even leak. I don't know how HPI did it. They made like literally some of the best shocks ever for these touring cars. A real quality. This has to get turned around. Okay. All right, we're gonna whip it. Was listening to some freestyle radio today. You know, that song, Maria, something, you're the beautifulest girl I've ever known, Maria. That's my singing skills. Who knows that song? It's pretty catchy. Gotta tell you, the Rogue was bumping. Maria. That was a great song. All right, it's done. I'm going to put the wheel back in, and we will be at the correct suspension geometry. Oh, my goodness, baby. Look at that. We finally have a correct 300 millimeter layout. That's right, Jose Velasquez, TKA Maria. That's what we were listening to today, bro. All you got to do is go to Pandora, put on a freestyle radio. You got the best music ever, man. I'm telling you. Those beats make you want to spend money. For some reason, I wanted to buy a bunch of white V-neck t-shirts instantly from a discount store, okay? You understand? That's some sickening stuff that went down. All right, bros, that's it with this. It is time to get the engine in. Oh man, freestyle was the shit. Melissa was like, "Yeah, I listened to this back then." She wasn't that excited for some reason. I got to tell you why. I don't know why. Oh, good comment on there from Rusty RC Nitros, bro. Yeah, tires are backwards. Good. I didn't notice that. They're so worn, I don't think it matters at this point, bro. But you are correct. But I want to show you guys the Sen before I continue because people just showed up. I ordered it myself just literally before the stream, bros. So as I said, let me show you right here. It's the Senna Rally Car that's on sale. So if you scroll down, click the link. The very first link in this stream, very first one, I'll take you to the current A-Main sale. They are in stock, guys. I'm telling you, get this while you can. 25% off, and you could use one of their coupon codes, 15 bucks off. I ordered it already. It's on order, guys. I'm getting it. So let's take a quickie look at it for those of us that just came. I understand I'm kind of being repetitive at this point, but it's a pretty sickening rally car. The proportions, I looked at the length, it's basically identical to the WR8. But this chassis seems a little more robust, in my opinion, compared to the WR8 chassis. We have front aluminum shock towers, rear aluminum shock towers, a nice foam bumper, and it's on a big fat sale right now. Threaded body shocks, aluminum shock tower in the rear end as well. We have a Max 10 3S capable ESC with a Dean's plug. Personally, I love the Dean's plugs. Dean's plugs for life, baby. All right, single 3S, these things will hit close to 50 miles an hour. I've literally seen a video with a Savox servo. Telling you, my dudes, get it. Australian RC goes, can you convert it to nitro? So actually, it will be quite easy because all you're running in the back here, once you remove this cover, it's a single Mod 1 spur gear, and it's a spool. So you're not going to have a situation. Honestly, this would be a great nitro conversion kit to get, man. $299, bros. If you get it, like I said, please use my link. It's literally the first link right there, okay? I don't ask for much, but use the link. You know, I ain't no sellout unless it's A-main, okay? Get it? It makes sense. All right. So this actually will be a perfect conversion for a Nitro, in my opinion. And right now is the time to get it, because tomorrow it's probably going to be toast. All right, guys. Let's get back to the Super Nitro. Let me just stretch my back a little bit in the chair. Hold on a second. Oh, man. I'm taking a lot of gabapentin right now and some other anti-inflammatory. It's pretty hardcore stuff, man. All right. Time to get this engine in. So this is basically complete. Oh, Sandy's getting yelled at downstairs. Sandy's doing something not good, I guess. Yo, Melissa, don't yell at my kitty, okay? He a good boy. He just doesn't know it yet. Sickening. Yeah, Rusty, the RC, bro. Yeah, those electrics alone in that Senna are pretty expensive. Those are like literally hobby, what are they called? Hobby Wing Max 10. From my understanding, that's an above board ESC. Above board. All right, so I'm going to stick this engine in here. It's going to be a little bit not awesome because I didn't remove this entire linkage set, but I think I could still stick it in there. Let's see. I really didn't want to get into removing these linkages. Obviously, this linkage is not correct either. Oh, man, somebody's put on some freestyle. Please. I need some motivation over here. Feeling demotivated. Need some freestyle. Well, Maria's in the house. All right, so I'm not going to undo this. There's something wrong with like this whole setup. I'm just going to shove it in there pretty much as I can. Don't tell Maria I did it. Oh, that was actually quite easy. I shoved it in. Oh, you know what I missed? The linkage. I got to get the linkage in the throttle arm. Well, Maria would be upset at that. All right, so let me get this linkage in there. All right, solid. Okay, we got that. Just gonna have it kind of close right now. I'll adjust the servo setup later on. All right, so engine is in. We can. Does this move up and down? Oh yeah, this is not. Okay. That's it. Woogie, what's up, man? By the way, guys, Woogie Nitro released a sickening video today. I implore you all to go watch it. You know, like not right now, but you know, like after. I mean, if you want to go now and come back, that's totally cool. You know, ain't no problem with that. Let's screw the engine in. Ah. Oh, man. Oh, Woogie Nitro, yes, it was chilling out there with Texas. Running some of the fastest high RPM engines, I think, in the YouTube world right now. I mean, I'm certainly not there, but I'm okay with that, you know. I'm more like in the please have compression gang of engines, which is fine with me. It's fine with me. Yeah, BMR. I mean, you know, A-Main does have the most nitros out of any brand. Well, they're not a brand. It's a distributor. Alex, thank you, bro. Alex goes, love your videos. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you do. All right. I'm lightly threading them in. So I could see actually somebody made a space for gear mesh. if you notice these particular areas, they're not meant to have adjustable gear mesh. The ones on the sides, that's where you put the optional small block engine mounts from like Wolfpack Radicals. But these are not supposed to be adjustable. So I already know we're going to have a situation. Man, I wish I had some watermelon. No, watermelon is not meant to be. Let me get this in. We'll tighten them up a little bit more, and I'll see how we are on gear mesh. So what this tells me is that clutch bell obviously isn't from this chassis. That's what that tells me. That's why the gears were a little bit eaten up. And not eaten up as in being delicious. They were chewed up as in Man Bear Pig got him. Who here knows where Man Bear Pig is from? Anybody know where that reference is from? Come on. Man Bear Pig. I know Lotus RC knows. Let me turn this thing around. All right. Got the pipe in. All right, so the gear mesh, I'm just taking a quick look at it right now from the top, bros. All right, I think my first gear mesh adjustment, you could see right there, it's a little on the tight side. Well, it spins. It spins. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I probably should move the engine over a little bit. Oh, man. Knee's starting to hurt. Rusty RC Customs, this particular disc brake is an option part for this model. It's a Robinson Racing RS4. So the RS4 and the Super Nitro is the same disc brake. So try to look up. I gotta move the engine over a little bit. It's too tight. All right. Now it's loose. See, that's the problem when you deal with unoriginal gear mesh. It makes noises. So this is definitely not the correct clutch bell, but it might be fine. I'm gonna just tighten it down for now. Can't really tell right now, actually, but. Well, it's better than before. Well, let's get a look in there through that hole. Whatever, it's fine. It's definitely okay. Let me tighten it up now, right now. Hold on, Michael Sucha, how you doing, man? Happy Saturday to you. I'm just assembling the Super Nitro engine. I think the issue is the clutch bell is not correct. So that's why we're having that kind of weird gear mesh issue. Jake Crespo, what's up, man? Yeah, it's real tight. It spins, but there's a little bit of friction on that. I also notice. Yep, Texas Hill goes hybrid. I want a Super RS4 now that I know they sent to over 100. Yeah, man, these are proper chassis, bro. You know, with 300 millimeter wheelbase, these were proper cars. They are much bigger than a 10 scale. What I'm worried about is not ghosts, not spirits. I'm worried about the spur gear being hella wiggly. There's for sure a washer somewhere missing inside. So this spur gear definitely should have a spacer in between, not letting it get that like that. You guys understand what I'm saying? That is not good. But I mean, I could fire it up. It'll definitely run, I think. You know, who knows how good, if at all. Let me connect all the lines. I mean, the Super Nitro is ready, bros. It should be fine. Let me check where we are in the idle gap. All right, so that's my current idle gap right now. All right, it seems not horrible. Oh, we got ARC Nitro Allen. How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. I don't know if you guys or you have heard. I have pretty much injured my sciatic nerve. But yeah, as Eric and Matthew says, this is not the correct gear mesh. It's not the best. Let me show you guys up close. So, I mean, the teeth do seem to be overlapping enough, but this 2-speed has to be disassembled. There's for sure something missing. I'm pretty sure a washer that's missing in this area. It should not be wobbling. I'm going to take a look at it later. I mean, I'll get it fixed eventually. You know, this is not my first time I've come across this. I don't know, guys. I might want to go fire it up, but, you know, I'm not really trying to move right now. I'm pretty much relatively not in a position to move more than like 50 feet at a time. But if the NitroGang wants it to go down, I am willing to fire in the hole. The compression is, I would say, mundane. It's mundane. I think he'll fire up, but it's very mundane compression. Like, I could pull it almost with relative ease. It's not ideal. I think he'll fire up, though, but it's not ideal. I'm just reading the chat here a little bit, guys. Nitro Pim goes, I don't think it will run. Bro, are you trying to negative reinforcement encourage me? Because it's working, man. It's working. Give me a second. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be real slow, guys. My back is killing me, so I can't really be tugging shit like crazy. Oh man. Hold on a second. I think we're gonna try a fire in a hole, okay? Well, I'm getting ready. You see, when you know someone is using reverse psychology on you, you first use it on yourself. All right, guys. So let me see what I need. I need a screwdriver. I got some fuel in the kitchen. What do you think? You think we're gonna have a fire in a hole here tonight? Let me tighten this down. I need some freestyle music in the back. Actually, that would really cheer me up. Oh man, the gear mesh is real bad. I think it needs to move forward a little bit. The gear mesh is real bad. Let me do a quickie on the gear mesh. Well, you know what? It doesn't have to drive. I just need to fire up the engine, really. So I'm not going to worry about the gear mesh right now. It's not going to be good anyway. All right, bros, what do you say? Do we have a fire in the hole? I got to walk real slow, okay? All right, Rusty, bro, I'm going to try to use the primer bulb just for you, okay, man? I'm going to use the primer for Rusty RC Nitros over here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I got to walk real slow. All right. Give me a second over here. All right. Give me a second. We're going to go. Quality will probably improve in a little bit, but I'm going to walk real slow. I got real bad back pain, guys. The sciatic nerve issue. Give me a second. Let me fuel it up. What do you guys think is going to happen? You think there'll be a fire in a hole? I got about a third of a tank in there. All right, so, by the way, I got a shorty glow driver over here. Shorty, baby, shorty. You want to see that primer, huh? All right, so this is the fuel line right there. I'm going to show you the primer in action. You ready for the primer, gang? Right there. Watch the fuel. Oh yeah. You can't even kill the primer. That's it. Should be good. Can't even kill the primer, bros. It's about to go down, everybody. Close to about 90-something viewers. Let's roll. Oh, man. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Super Nitro's on the table. What do you think is going to happen, bros? Penzerboro, thank you for that motivation. All right. By the way, yeah, as I said before, this is my new shorty. Stick with me for sure, man, for sure. I just hope I'm not freaking disabled right now, but, you know, hopefully I'm okay. But temporarily speaking, can't really leave the house. Like, basically at all. All right, we primed it. It's definitely at idle. I'm going to fire it up. You guys ready for this? Oh, God. Leg pain real bad. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Fire in the hole with paint. That sounds positive already. Fire in a hole, baby. It's a runner. Nobody can kill it. Sickening. Sounds healthy. Sickening runner. Gonna get a hell yeah. Beautiful idle on that. Guys, I shut it down. It seems to have run relatively okay. Let me touch the head right here. Well, it's, you know, it's warm. These engines, they're not known to be the coolest running engines, but more proof you cannot kill a nitro. Ideally, I would still like to put an SH18 into this. Let me pull the, yeah, it's not very high compression. You guys could see right there, like I would say it's about 80% dead. If fired up, it could still probably run okay, but it's not very good. But we do know the fuel system is good. We know back pressure is good. Gear mesh is something I gotta work on still a little bit. Probably disassemble the 2-speed there. pipe seems to be functional. I don't notice any leaks around the side. We got ourselves a sickening Super Nitro out here, bros. What do you think about that? Well, I'm gonna go back inside, guys. I can't really stand any longer than this. By the way, gotta get a hell yeah for the shorty glow plug driver. This thing is hardcore. What do you think if we got the viewers' requests? I can fire it up one more time, and then I'm gonna have to roll out. You know what I'm saying? One more fire in a hole or what? That's right, Lotus with a shorty, baby. All right, I'm gonna do one more. It's always a good idea to fire it up on a warm engine. If it starts, the compression is 50% average. Oh man, back hurts. Actually, more like my leg. Carl, how you doing, bro? Fire in the hole. Wonder Bread goes one more. Oh shit, that hurts. I can't do this too much. Ugh. Beautiful, huh? Thanks, David. That's it. I shut it down, guys. It's noisy out here. I can't really stand that much anymore. That was basically... No, we still have some fuel. I mean, it's hard to say. The engine is halfway toast, I think, to be honest with you. You know, as I could easily pull it like this. It starts, but I wouldn't say it's perfect. It might run, but you know, these are not high compression engines to begin with, really. Do I got any leaks? No. Chassis over here looks pretty clean. Pipe looks clean. We got ourselves a Nitro. David, bro, thank you for that super chat to the channel. I appreciate that, man. What else do I gotta do in the future, actually, to this? Let me think, my dudes. Let me think. So, if I'm able to get the small block engine mounts, you know, I could have adjustable gear mesh. I will most likely install the SH18. With that, this thing would be a beast. So these are also wrong. You know, they're reverse tread. You know what? I want to fire it up again. Let's do it. I have a very small amount of fuel. John, bro, thank you for being a member for 9 months. The Super Nitro thanks you as well, man, okay? I'm going to have to work on this gear mesh issue in a little bit. I am worried that this wobbling of this gear, you see right here? I'm going to show you this. This is all actually real important. That giant gap right there, that's not good. So I'm going to have to work on this later. I got to disassemble this 2-speed transmission. It's probably for sure missing a shim. Definitely missing a shim. I'm going to do another fire in the hole, okay? You guys want one more fire in the hole or what? Yeah, I got to, you know, shim it up, as they say in the hood. All right, one more fire in the hole. With the shorty. extra sickening. Yep, flip it good. You gotta flip it. I mean whip it. Wrong song, bro. Jules L, man, how you doing? Happy to see you here, bro. Super Nitro Gang. Fires up beautiful. Oh yeah. Look at that view. Sickening pipe view. Inside the pipe. And it's a runner. There. I need a chiropractor. Alright, shut it down. That was a sickening inside pipe view. Where are you gonna find that on YouTube, guys? An inside pipe view. You're not gonna find that? That's rare. Nah, bro, Lotus RC, I can't RPM this. There's something with the gear mesh on the trans. It's not good. I gotta disassemble the trans completely. With these gears, I'm afraid if I give it some higher RPM, it's going to move and strip something. You see that? That movement is not good. John, bro, I appreciate that, man. We're gonna buy a shim kit. Probably 10 of them. Kidding around. We're just gonna buy more nitros and a couple shim kits. Hold on, guys. I gotta rest my knee. Okay, hold on a second. For some reason, my sciatica pain is literally going to my entire leg. I can barely even move it. Oh. Sickening. Only RC nitros. Thank you, man. I appreciate you and everybody else. Let's take this beast back inside. Actually, there's a bunch of oil in it, so let me take some of the oil out. Oh. Oh, yeah. It's from running rich and loud, guys. Use this oil to, you know, clean up my weathered deck shed. Deck for whatever the hell this is called. It's not a shed, obviously, because, you know, it isn't a shed. But, yeah, that's a good observation of running really rich. So the problem with these models is, even though it might seem like it was rich, when they heat up, they lean out. Plus, there's only a single needle carb over here. That carb is a single needle. Oh, man. By the way, before this stream, I hung upside down on an inversion table for like 10 minutes, okay? And yes, my blood pressure is fine. I checked. Oh, crap. Oh, man, it feels like you have a constant, what is it called? Well, it's basically a nerve issue. What's up, Rockin' Coop? How you doing, man? Well, I will tell you, hanging on the inversion table does seem to decompress the spine, but it doesn't do anything for nerves. Okay? Sickening leg pain. You see this, guys? Look at what happened to my yard. I haven't even been going outside. Look at the weed growth on the bottom. So the top over there, that's grapes. But on the bottom, that's a weed growth. Like, I haven't even been going outside to take care of it. That's real bad right there. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's that's how you know I haven't even gone outside in like 2 weeks already, really. Well, I mean, I gone outside, but like a little bit. I'm not bending down to like remove trash like that. You see what I mean? It's bad, bro. Hybrid over here, not lying. Look at that. My canopy is getting overgrown. It's embarrassing. I don't even know where the grapes are. But this is pretty bad. Sick. All right, guys, I'm gonna go back inside. There's probably bad service or something, but like I was saying, you see, I haven't even cleaned up the side of this yard because it's real bad. All right, I'm gonna go back inside, everybody. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna roll back in the hacienda. Yeah, ARC Nitro. I don't really do landscape, guys, you know, but you know, when I'm feeling the way I am now, it might come down to that. Let me go back in 1 second, guys. Gotta pick this thing up. Out. Out. All right, we're gonna go back upstairs. Can you give me some watermelon? Out. 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 Ow. 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 All right, I'm back. I gotta sit down in the chair now. It's real bad. Oh, man. All right, so good news is we got ourselves a sickening runner. I'm going to wait till it cools down a little bit. The compression, I would say, is 50% terrible. Probably only 50%. I think this engine has a little bit of life left in it. Oh, shit, my knee is killing me. You guys want me to do a little bit of now that I'm sitting, I can continue. Before it was real bad. You want me to take a look at an RC magazine? I can make that happen. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. All right. Texas Hill with the yes. I always listen to you, man. All right, we're going to continue with the magazine from last time, if I know where it is. I think this was the magazine, right, from last time. I only did about a third of it. All right. Sickening. Right, Wonder Bread and everybody. I think this is the one I did last time. I only did about a third of it until I was in massive pain again. But good news is Super Nitro cannot be killed. And for that, I am happy. ARC Nitro and Snow, what did you say the length of the Super Nitro? So, I don't know if you caught it earlier. So normally these models could be either 280 wheelbase, that's millimeters. So from here to here could be 280 or 300. Right now mine is in the 300. The 280 would be front wheels a little, the rear wheels would be closer. It's still bigger than a 10 scale though. Make sense? The problem with that is getting a body to fit. So obviously once you trim a body for whatever wheelbase it's set up for, you know, making it look good on another standard wheelbase size would be a problem. This one was originally just incorrectly built. Yeah, but basically, these could either be 280 millimeters wheelbase or 300. I gotta say, they engineered a lot of stuff into these cars. All right, I'm gonna flip to where I think I was last time. All right, guys. I think I was a little bit beyond this section. I'm trying to let me see how I can get the view to be good. All right. Man, I hope some watermelon is gonna come down soon. Nah, this is not a good view for some reason. The glare, bro. It's the glare. Let me adjust the glare. All right. No, that's not adjusting the glare at all. That's making the glare bad. I need an anti-glare. Something. All right, this should be okay. I'm just going to have to hold this side up a little bit. All right, let's continue. We got, well, it's just a TC3. Pretty sickening car, actually. We got close to 90 viewers here, guys. If you haven't given a thumbs up, please do. I would appreciate that. Hybrid's knee is killing him. All right, so these are just the new things for $19.99. It looks like, oh, check this out. We got the HPI Nitro RS4 here. We got these clear shocks. Remember, I showed these clear shock bodies in one video a long time ago. Gotta tell you, I love the clear shocks, man. It's all about the clear, gang. Serpent Impulse on top. You guys could see okay. Let me know how the quality is, everything, all right? All right, so this part I'm not going to talk. Oh, we got the Super Nitro right here. That's the one we just fired up. Frankly, I'm surprised it ran real good. If you guys want, I could read what it says. You want me to read what it says on the Super Nitro or no? If anybody cares. So it says the supersized Nitro RS4, but there's a lot more to it. It has a much wider stance, so it's much more stable than a typical 10 scale. It's about the same size as the Tamiya TGX and Super 10. And the wheelbase can be adjusted. Well, that's all great information right there. I knew Texas Hill would like the Serpent. I knew it. Let's continue. Oh, more clear shocks over here. Gotta tell you, this stuff is good. Clear shocks are hardcore. Schumacher Nitro SST. So far, I don't know any of us that has it. I'm not sure if Nitro Pimp has this. Max Ballman, happy Saturday night to you. If you have a chance, if you want to watch some fire-ups of a Nitro, I just did it earlier. Oh, we got some watermelon. Do we have a fork?
No, just your hand.
Oh, I got no fork. Whoa, what am I supposed to do?
What are we getting a fork?
I mean, my hands are real dirty. I was literally outside just firing up nitros, bro. So thank God I got some watermelon. I feel refreshed already. But yeah, Max Paul just fired up a nitro, bro. If you want, you know, feel free to check it out. So it's an old Super Nitro under this mag. Here, I'll even show it to you. With the CVEC pipe, bro. With the CVEC.
Here.
All right, Miss Tude.
Because you asked me to do something and I don't know how to do it.
Sickening. Oh, I feel refreshed. Let's continue. We got some OS engines. This is that 4-stroke that I alluded to earlier. I still have to bring that one out, do a little bit of work on it. By work, I mean completely disassemble it. That might be next week's video. Oh, David likes some chili and lime. Bro, I am 100% out of both of those. 100%, unfortunately. Is this the Campagnucci? No, this is Harm. This is a sickening RC. Look at that inboard suspension on this one. That's a Revo style suspension. I don't think I've ever seen that in a fit scale. Basically FG style design though. Which makes sense. Nothing wrong with that. Sen. Oh, back when Sen had some sick nitros. Oh, we got the Kyosho Quad Rider. I did a video of this. Thank God I had watermelon. The list price was $425. So if you guys want to see a video on this, I did a video. I actually have another one that I need to release on it. NitroGang wheels never stop turning, my dudes. Never stop turning. It's like the wheels on a school bus. I mean, the magic school bus over here. It's going down. HPI bodies, some of the best in the industry. I think I would take a nice Honda Accord body, to be honest with you. To me, a Mini Cooper, absolutely don't care, zero care. Negative care. Yeah, negative. Oh, check that out. That's the CVEC pipe I was just talking about, the one we just fired up. I gotta say, guys, the CVEC sounds quiet. So this is the CVEC. Let me show you a little zoom in for those of you that might be interested in it. Well, this is basically what they discuss about the CVEC. Got the exhaust cone, we got the convergence regulator tube, optional calibration tube. I know mine does not have this because mine just goes from here to there. So it says increase top speed as much as 25%. I'm all right with that. I like increasing speed. Yeah, Tara Curry loves the ATV quad rider. I gotta say, all of those generation Kyosho products are very fun. They're not fast or anything, but they are fun. We got the Mugen, $745. Not cheap, not cheap. Well, you know, a buggy is a buggy. Not gonna spend too much time on the buggy, really. Oh, here we got some interesting OFNA stuff. Oh, I hear Sandy is getting yelled at. He's probably trying to play with a bag.
No. Stop it, Sandy. No.
No more watermelon. Man, this right here looks just very, very similar to the RS4. Similar exhaust, similar .12. This I never had the pleasure of owning so far. Alright guys, I'm only gonna do this for a couple more minutes. Let's check this one out. I hope this is a Nitro. Tech Racing. I never heard of this brand. What's Tech Racing? So it says $400. Let's see. Electric. They can keep that bad boy right there. They can keep it. I don't want that. We don't want no electric unless it's cheap and it's on A-Main and it's on sale. So like I said, guys, I'm telling you. Use the link I just put in the descriptions. The very, very first link. To get that sent, because that's the daily deal for today. Massive discount. It's a big ass 8-scale rally. But the news is in. You cannot kill a Nitro. All right, guys, I'm going to be here for like one more minute. I want to say thank you all for being here. And my future plan for this. I do want to go SH18 in this. These engines, you know, they're alright, but I'm not gonna wow anybody at the RC track if my leg ever heals, that is. If it ever heals. I don't know if it will, but if it ever heals. Good news is the fuel system is good. The trans I'm going to work on maybe overnight, actually. Although Melissa and I are kind of watching the movie. But, you know, maybe in between the movie commercials, I'll work on the trans. But, guys, you know, repair this one. The important thing, I'm going to be honest with you here. The important thing on these old cars, engines, really not that important. The exhaust. You need the exhaust. These headers are tough to get. Once you have like this particular 180-degree header, you're good. And, you know, pipe doesn't matter. You could really run any pipe. Thanks for that, Texas Hill, bro. So, Texas, man, I looked up that place. It looks not too, I don't know what it is. I probably need a chiropractor. But I'll tell you this, man. I spent like a ton of money on acupuncture. It's fake. It didn't help me. It didn't work. So that other place, I'll see. But right now, it seems like I have things that could only be cured with medicine right now. I'm thinking I'll wait till I can get the MRI. Whatever the MRI is, I'm going to probably seek treatment based on that. What do you think about that? I don't want to go somewhere and make it worse in the meantime. That's probably what I'm doing right now, you know. Northeast Mods, man, thank you so much for chilling, hanging out. Always a positive influence on the chat. And tell us, how is that little mini Nitro? Because we love mini Nitros here. Big Boys Toys, you have a good night, bro. You know, let me know how that braking and everything is on the Baja. I'm real happy that you got it. You know, when I got my first fit scale and you look at it and look at all your other RCs, it's more like, wow, this is real. You know what I mean? Like, that is real right there. I mean, they're all real, but it's different level real. All right, Texas Hill, bro, I got to give you a call maybe tomorrow or something. We'll talk about it. You know, I've tried alternative therapy, honestly. So far, nothing works at all for this particular issue. But, you know, I'm willing to go the extra costly mile, so to say. All right, my dudes, I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't seen my video that came out today on the channel about the scammer, please check it out. Lasso Kid, what's up, bro? Yeah, we need a high-speed engine. I know what you mean. We need some ABC SH18 in this bad boy. I think I get it. I agree. That's it, guys. Stay cool, stay chill, and keep it real.